Hey guys, it's here bringing you another video. Now, welcome to another Challenger Spectator. I did say I was going to do another one in the next coming days. And I did see a couple of people going, what about Kennen? So Kennen actually did get a buff, I actually think. Maybe not last patch, but it might have been the one before. It was one recently. And Kennen has been somewhat of a forgotten champion. And I kind of want to see, like, how is Kennen doing? Also, this game had a few interesting picks in it that, like, you know, it's a Challenger game. And there's a Taliyah who's laning. I think it's bot lane Taliyah. And there's Karthus who's laning. Ziggs, I guess, in lane as well, which isn't too uncommon. But yeah, it's Taliyah, Leona bot lane. Even Kennen is fairly uncommon. Riven is in mid lane. So it just seems like a really funky game. I'm guessing it's Kha'Zix jungle. Yeah, Ziggs mid. Runes, by the way, if we get into that first, is Electrocute, Taste of Blood, Eyeball Collection, Hunter, Ravenous. And then we go Inspiration is... the cooldown reduction is the Summon a Spell Haste. Cosmic Insight. Sorry, I derped. Magical Footwear, and then Attack Speed, Attack Damage, Armor. Urgot, by the way, the other thing I liked is Urgot is not a pushover. A lot of people like Urgot actually in top lane at the moment. You see how aggressive he's being at level 1. Why is he being that aggressive? Two reasons. Three. One, Urgot's level 1 is very strong. Why is it strong? Number 1, shotgun knees. He has an auto attack that then does bonus damage of a shotgun knee. And secondly, he's running PTA, press the attack, the early game route. So that is arguably why the Urgot was looking maybe a bit too aggressive at level 1. He was just running at the Kennen. Kennen taking E level 1, which I don't know if the Kennen had that leveled before the Urgot ran at him. But it's sometimes, and it is worth knowing, you will see even me in my gameplay occasionally not take an ability until the lane phase starts. Why? Because sometimes there's there's better things to take. Like, a lot of people go, oh, take your Q as Kennen, it's your poke ability, that's what you want at level 1. Well, not necessarily, because if you could get free autos, the W might do more with a few autos, the empowered auto, and then the W proc of pressing it. But then, like that, actually escaping, you know? Who knows? There could have been 5 people trying to cheese gank the Kennen. E would be better. So sometimes holding on to what you're actually going to level up, at least at level 1, is a good idea. A good example as well, many Threshes don't want to start Q level 1, they want to start E, because it gives the E, you can flay 2 enemies, also gives you a bonus auto attack damage. But if you're invading, you might want to have the hook. I mean, you can see the Kennen poke is lovely. So that's where Threshes will wait sometimes of, oh, okay, we are invading, I'll take hook. Or we're not, okay, we're in lane phase now, I'll take E, my flay. So again, it's being smart about that. So bot lane, not going good initially, but then going okay. Yes, there is a Viego in this game. And also the Kha'Zix, you'd be like, what the hell, why Kha'Zix got killed? Remember, Viego probably became Kha'Zix, and then it looks like Kha'Zix got a kill. And overall, it looks like blue team is going to slightly come out on this on top, with the Ziggs also roaming. So that, yeah, Ziggs used TP, I believe, to go bot lane. Riven used TP to just go back mid. I presume they got poked out early. So overall, a relatively even fight, if anything. Slight blue team advantage in the gold, but nothing major. Also, good thing for Kennen, and you can see the early harass, and it's a ranged versus ranged matchup. The Kennen has already bullied Urgot out of lane once. So Kennen right now has TP advantage. The scuttle has already been done by, I presume, the Kha'Zix. But yeah, so the Kennen's got TP advantage. If the Kennen wanted to go back at a good time, don't use TP. He'll be level 6 fairly soon, and then he could TP bot with a big ult. So yeah, so far, I'm actually, like, when I say the word impressed, I don't know if the word impressed is the word I should use, because it's been a fairly standard lane phase, but if you play top lane at all, you know how annoying Urgot is to deal with, especially early. And you can see Kennen has dealt with it completely fine. A big part of it, getting hit by a Q there. A lot of what we've seen, though, is you being... The thing with Kennen, a lot of people might actually call Kennen kind of a wimpy playstyle, which it is. So when Urgot walks forward and looks to actually do anything, Kennen is usually going to immediately press E, which is the lightning strike or whatever. Lightning rush, is it called? Yeah, lightning rush. And just E away. Just to give no invitation for the Urgot to actually do anything on the Kennen. And that's kind of the key to playing Kennen. It's to play safe, play smart, poke your opponent down, and then usually eventually go for that big all-in with your ultimate. And so far, we're just kind of watching, in essence, like... So here it is. So there. The Urgot lands the Q, and that was the opening for the Urgot going, I got the slow, it's now my time to go on the Kennen. Kennen realised this, you know, Urgot is walking forward. You're nowhere near me to actually hit the E, you're going to flash. So again, that's using, I wouldn't even say reaction time that the Kennen did there, that's using logic. Meanwhile, again, another big fight, by the way, happening in bot lane. This time, red team slightly comes out on top. And yeah, absolute fiesta. So it is worth mentioning, Huz, there's 2 mages in bot lane. There's actually technically not an AD carry in this game. Yeah, so that is happening. Meanwhile, by the way, Kennen goes back and does a bunch of damage, by the way, to the Urgot. Has not used ulti, so Urgot needs to be careful here. And there is a blue ping that we can see that we're not supposed to, obviously, because we're watching from red perspective, but there could be a jungle gank coming top lane on the Kennen soon. And it looks like now, Kennen ulti, we can't see the ulti, unfortunately. Big Urgot ulti isn't going to get the kill, and with the ulti, Urgot initially pushes the target away. It's not going to be enough, though. The Kennen will die. But yeah, replays are still, unfortunately, somewhat bugged. There's nothing I can do about it. It's just Riot has not fixed them. It's that simple. And there are just some things we cannot see. So the big Kennen lightning, that did go off. You could hear it, but we can't see it. So that's actually quite frustrating while you're doing a Kennen video that you can't see the Kennen ultimate. But yeah, and you know, you can track the cooldown of it down here. So yeah, he did use it, obviously, and Urgot does go down. So we knew that gank was coming because we can see all of the pings on the map. There's not a setting in the replays where like just show red team pings. They don't have that advanced of a replay system. Another thing worth knowing, look at bot lane, by the way, look at the farm. Talia's only got 25 farm, even though she's 303. She is somewhat behind. Like the Karthus, he obviously is not going to have a great lane phase. He's there just to free farm and scale. But like I was mentioning before the top lane play happened, Huz, why are there 2 mages in bot lane? Where's the AD carries? Are AD carries weak? No. AD carries aren't weak. They're actually pretty damn strong. They do insane amount of damage. For the whole season, AD carry items have been some of the strongest items. Why there's mages in bot lane, and a lot of it does come down to mid laners. As you know, mid lane is the most popular role, I believe, even in Challenger. Where before, if you were a mid laner in a normal meta, that is, you know, it's a mage mid or whatever, and an AD carry bot lane, you'd even auto-filled as a mage mid laner, you'd probably just play an AD carry. But now, people have kind of discovered their mages are fine in bot lane. And the reason why this was kind of discovered, meanwhile bot lane gets another kill, is because mages have been unfortunately driven out of mid. And I will say, they are slowly making their way back into mid. Like today I played a bunch of games earlier on stream, and for the most part, a lot of mages in mid. I played a mage game, I was against the mage in that game as well. There still is the meta, obviously, but mages, I think people have kind of come to the point, it's like, no, I want to play mages again. And whether that's in mid lane or people are like, nah, I'm just going to play mages bot, screw it. That's what's happening. So I think that's why you're, like, for this game, there's no mages in this game. There's no AD carry in this game. I think it's turned out to be people just want to play mages. And to be fair, another kind of counterpoint to it, mages are pretty good in bot lane versus AD carries, surprisingly enough. I've always found it weird when people take AD carries in mid. Why? Because inherently, mages are designed to kill AD carries, like that by design. Like an assassin is also a mage. A mage is designed to burst down a squishy AD carry. So actually taking a mage in bot lane isn't that bad, because you are going against the champions that you are also designed to kind of kill. Nice poke and you know, harassed there by the Kennen. The Urgot's having a rough time. Meanwhile, blue team pick up the dragon. And yeah, there's a small, you know, a gold lead for red, kill lead for red. Those dragons are valuable. You know, don't underestimate them. Right there, as crazy as it sounds, that I think Kennen was just talking then. Meanwhile, big ulti. You can hear the ulti. It's gone on cooldown. Urgot aggressing. Lovely flash by Kennen. This is going to be a close one. Both of them will end up surviving that actual fight. And Kennen might... Well, he misses the Q. Oh, this is going to be very close to the Kennen. Will he land the W with the auto? Does get the kill with also missing the Q, where Urgot did land the abilities. So that's a nice survival, nice kill by the Kennen in a 1v1. Again, if people have always said to me, Huz, how do I climb? Where do I start? Ooh, that was close. Where you can start fundamentally, like one of the most basic ways that you can like help yourself climb, as dumb as it may sound, never die, Karthus ult. I think Kennen forgot there was a Karthus in this game. So Karthus just got a free kill. He's already ahead in farm. Look at the gold, by the way. So even though it's a fed Talia, 4.3k, 3.9. It's not a world of difference, even though the KDA is looking way better for Talia. But yeah, the first advice I'd give is don't die in a 1v1. Never die in a 1v1. That is where you are just losing the game fundamentally because you've been outplayed probably. Like, just don't die in the 1v1. That's somewhere I think people can just generally improve, and that will help you. Even in the jungle, like, don't die to the enemy jungler in a 1v1. Don't die in mid in 1v1, top lane in 1v1. 1v1 deaths are, like, where a lot of people could, like, tighten up their game. But yeah. Meanwhile, Riven and Viego, he's flashed, but he's not going to get away, I don't think. They're just ganking the Urgot. I presume no vision, and Kennen's going to go and cover mid. Nice roam by those two. Again, it's weird to say, like, why is there a Riven mid, Huz? Does she fit the meta? Yes and no. Meanwhile, big gank coming, and Ziggs decides, I'm going to try go for the damage. It doesn't work. Kha'Zix in top lane, having a good game, and the Viego will go down, and that will be that. But yeah, Riven, if you actually think about it, Riven might be getting picked, you know, it could be a Riven 1 trick, so it might be, you know, not the point that I'm about to make, but Riven would be a good counter to the meta. So who knows, maybe Riven picked Riven into thinking it was a meta pick, and then they picked Ziggs, so it just didn't matter. But like a Silas or a Cat or an Echo or an Akali or whatever, are they really going to beat Riven in a 1v1 duel when it's Riven? Like, that's kind of what Riven is known for. So, and you know, if Riven can also roam. She has very fast map pressure with using Q and E to travel fast. She can move fast. Meanwhile, Kha'Zix will go down to the Talia, gets a shutdown, but she also goes down in the end. Urgot gets the E. 2-level advantage. He's taking this fight, remember. This is Challenger, and this Urgot is dead. So it does also show, 1, Kennen damage, not bad. 2, Huz, this is a Challenger game, and this Urgot's behind, and he's continuously fighting the Kennen, even though he's 2 levels down. Yep. And that's why I've always had to say, like, I like doing Challenger spectates, especially when I can point out mistakes. As weird as that sounds, because, yeah, good play is good play, and you're expecting good play in Challenger. But like that, logically, that makes no sense why Urgot keeps doing this. He's just getting further and further behind. Like, you know, he's dead again, so this is farm he's not getting, it's XP he's not getting. He's giving Kennen more gold for the kill, and he's 2 levels down. Why is he taking the fight? It's the human aspect of gaming. Like, humans aren't perfect. Like, spoiler, we're not. So you're going to make mistakes. You're going to have judgment calls that are wrong every now and then, even in Challenger. And that's what I love to kind of point out, because, hell, even in, you know, when I start a Smurf series and rank to Diamond and we're in Silver or Gold near the beginning of the series, people have pretty damn high expectations for their teammates, like, and not Smurfs. Like, if you're a Silver player, a lot of Silver players are expecting their Silver teammates to play really well. I also, by the way, just noticed that I, unfortunately, boop, I didn't have the light on, my bad, so that, if the camera was a bit dark, apologies, so I just turned them, I've got 2 studio lights behind my monitors, so I just turned them on. But, yeah. Anyway, yeah, have reasonable expectations. You know, yes, you would hope your teammates aren't just going to run it down and in, but bad games do happen. Ooh, double control ward, not great synergy there. And yeah, so Janna top lane, supports aren't known to roam quite a lot in the meta. Someone, by the way, I will say as a not a counterpoint, but there was an interesting comment left on the channel the other day of someone saying, my 2 favorite seasons are season 3 and 4. They did include assassins. You know, why do I dislike this season so much? Because it's assassin meta. I'd say the counter to that point is in season 3 and 4, mages are still fine. You know, Riot has admitted mage items suck. They've admitted that they're going to be doing a whole look at it and rework of it, but they're not doing it now. They said they're going to do it in pre-season. So it's a bit frustrating that a whole basic class of the game has been quite affected and Riot's not working on it. And they have been, like, yeah, there's a Ziggs this game, but a lot of people right now would call Ziggs OP, just imbalance. But, like, look at bot lane. There's 2 mages that are overtaking AD carry slots because people can't play the mid. Meanwhile, big ultimate. Kennen, I guess, expected Urgot to be in the bush. Urgot is dead again. So again, 0-5 Urgot in Challenger. I don't know if Kennen had... Well, he doesn't have vision in there. I don't actually know how Kennen knew. Just probably expected it. and just reacted very fast to seeing the Urgot straight to the ultimate. Doesn't give time Urgot to survive or like really do anything. And with the damage that Kennen has got, it's pretty impressive. Alright, so going for that tier 2 pressure, Kha'Zix, who is strong this game, what I want Kennen to do is stay within the minions. Do not give him his isolation damage, and that's what we've seen. If Kennen just ran away there, by the way, I would say Kennen probably would have died. And you were like, wait, what? Yeah, so if you gave the Kha'Zix the isolation damage away from the minions, meanwhile, Janna ignites the Kennen. Bit aggressive. But yeah, if Riven TPs to come and help. We can't see Karth assaults. So you know we can't see Kennen ult, we cannot see Karth assault yet this game, so he just died to a Karth assault, and that's the 2 kills that Karthus have got are both from Kennen, so yeah. Alright, so Riven on the back foot, Kha'Zix steals the Scuttle Crab, goodbye him. Ziggs mines, but then the engage actually happens, the Ziggs are over the top, and yeah, boom, gets exploded by Viego Riven. These 2 champions weirdly quite similar. Now the Viego's the fed Kha'Zix. Remember, the Viego, he does actually become the champion. So if you take over a fed person, you get their items. You get everything about their champ. Kennen's TPing, we can't see it because, again, replays are bugged. Karthus is aware of it. Can Kennen catch the Karthus? He's walked through the wall. He's trying to avoid the damage. He's using the Proto Rocket Belt. And he will try dodge and weave his way to the Karthus. Here we go. He gets on top of him. He gets exhausted. Ultimate we did here. He has to be careful, and the Kennen will flash away to survive. He already used Karth Assault, so the Kennen cannot die again, and will get the kill. I imagine that would have been quite satisfying for the Kennen, because the 2 deaths he's had, or 3 technically, but 2 of the deaths he's had has been in the hands of that Karthus pressing the R button, so killing that Karthus is nice. And obviously, he also got Karthus Exhaust, which is going to further make him more vulnerable to the likes of the Riven or the Talia, etc. But, yeah. Also does show, meta-wise, Talia bot lane is not meta. She's 9-1. So, like, it does show you don't have to play perfect meta. Also, these are challenger players that aren't playing perfect meta. Hell, Kennen is not really top lane meta. He's outside of the norm that what people play. Meanwhile, Urgot, once again, getting roamed on, has, I presume, no vision. And he's going to get just wham bam, thank you ma'am, and Kennen picks up another kill. Arguably, maybe, you know, it's worth saying, like, Viego, he takes the person that he wants. You don't really want to become a 0-7 Urgot, and something like, so is it worth him actually taking over that body? It is, but what you'll see a lot of the time is Viego will take over the body in a team fight of a weak person, but he'll ult instantly. Meanwhile, Kha'Zix looking for the Kennen, nearly gets one shot, but will survive. And also, worth knowing, look at Kennen's build. Karth Assault. Dead again. I could hear Karth Assault going off. That's the 3rd death that Kennen has had in the hands of Karthus. And this is what I was about to say, is insanely aggressive Karthus build. Like, insanely, a Kennen build, sorry. Void Staff 2nd. Like, that's for really high damage. But considering you've died 2, now 3 times to a Karth Assault, we're now seeing the Stopwatch build. Obviously, a standard Kennen build is Rocket Belt into Zhonya's. It's less damage, but it gives you that survivability. Obviously, in the 1v1 of top lane, Kennen hasn't needed the survivability because the Urgot's doing quite bad. But with the Karth Assaulties, Zhonya's is a counter to Karth Assault. You know, the Karth Assault is landing, you press Zhonya's, you're immune. So now we're probably seeing the Zhonya's getting built. Like, the next time that potentially happens, Kennen does have Stopwatch. I would imagine the Kennen probably wants to save that Stopwatch for a Karth Assault. But it is quite funny. But a very aggressive build. So right now, there is an advantage of gold to red team. But again, this game, it's not over because blue team still has 2 dragons. That's scaling. They also have a Karthus, who is a monster late game champion. Urgot scales pretty well. Kha'Zix, if people are alone, scales decently. And Ziggs, again, I said earlier, people do consider Ziggs somewhat overpowered right now. I think he is getting an upcoming nerf in the patch, which again, reminding everyone, the upcoming patch is going to be a bit later than normal. We normally get patches every 2 weeks. But because Riot is doing their summer break, 1 week off for all employees, or most employees, the patch is delayed 1 week. So, yeah. Meanwhile, a dragon fight is now probably going to be had. Blue team will be really looking for this because they've put, you know, their eggs into getting the dragons, and they've got the first two. TP from Urgot is coming in here, so they're going for it. They're going to try and, like, early engage, see if they can get that dragon. As a reminder, it's an infernal dragon, so this is going to give scaling to whoever gets this. It's 4% AD and AP. Like, that's decent. And obviously they're working their way closer to getting Infernal Dragon Soul. That's a lot of damage. So the dragon has been started. Mistake, question mark, by a Kha'Zix. You're the jungler and you're nowhere near the dragon. Riven engaging, gets exhausted. Finish the dragon. Very quick. They get it. Kha'Zix out of position, just straight up. Enemy blue team now on the back foot. And that probably will be that. I don't see a big full engage actually happening now. But yeah, very weird by the Kha'Zix. If that's the kind of the... which look to be, he's got the first two dragons, I'm going to get dragons. For him to be in mid lane when the dragon's been started is a bit odd. Again, like I said, mistakes do happen in high ratings. That was just odd by the Kha'Zix. Even, like, I know he's fairly fed in that. Even if, like, he risked his life and got the steal, it probably would have been worth the steal for his life. Nice stun by Leona. She actually does land it. Kennen ult flashes with then the big burst, and Talia actually takes the kill. But yeah, that was a lovely Leona stun, and it does sometimes show that she hit the stun, but the Kha'Zix jump still happened. It's weird how some interactions do occur. Baron is being pinged because Kha'Zix is dead. You can see also here, Kha'Zix just pinged the Baron. This is the Kha'Zix pinging, yo guys, they're doing Baron, go stop them. The Ziggs, you can see the Kha'Zix is pinging the Ziggs. They're not stopping them. That is a little bit weird. The Kha'Zix is not happy. The Ziggs is pinging, missing as well. Like, what the hell's going on? No one actually went to go stop that. That's a bit weird in a challenger game that there was, like, so little coordination that they just got a free Baron. Obviously, yes, it did start by the Kha'Zix technically getting caught, but not even, like... I know Ziggs had, like, very little mana, but, like, not even a Ziggs ulti over there if he had it up or anything. Nothing. I don't know. It's just a bit odd. And, yeah, so Kennen's going to have a decent amount of gold, I'd imagine, but maybe not enough. He's got nearly 2k. He's probably wanting his next buy to be Zhonya's. He might have enough. It might be 1900 or something when you have a stopwatch. Again, it's hard to remember the exact amounts when you're doing a commentary. Or is it 2100? It might be 2100. How much does he have left over? 1100. Oh, is he? Oh, my God, this Kennen is so aggressive. He's not buying it. So the Kennen, instead of getting a Zhonya, which I think he could afford, he's bought a large rod and then a Fiendish Codex. He's like, nah, I'm not getting the Zhonya. I've got the stopwatch. I guess the argument would be I don't need to upgrade because I haven't used the stopwatch yet. If I've burnt the stopwatch, then maybe I'd upgrade then. But yeah, so he actually hasn't upgraded. I guess maybe in the long run, I actually do agree with that. Trader supports both end up dead. And that might be it. They're going to be obviously thingying bot tower. Don't know if they'll get it. We'll see. Again, the wave clear of Ziggs, even against the Baron, is quite impressive. So it's hard to push against the Ziggs. You'll be surprised. But, yeah. And this Ziggs, you know, I know he's 1 and 3, but he's not weak. You know, he has that Leandries. He's got Morello. He'll be doing okay damage given the opportunity. The one thing that I'd say is, like, he needs XP. The Riven's level 14, the Ziggs is level 13. You know, Kennen's level 15. He's doing great. Urgot's level 12, so don't even underestimate the Kennen. Like, I know, like, right now, be like, Huz, the Talia's KD is amazing this game. Yeah, true. Did he mistime it? So wait, this Kennen used stopwatch to block Karthus ulti that he was never dying to. That's a bit weird. I think he should have saved it for, like, now. Maybe would have been a better time that he could, like, ultimate in and press stopwatch, but never mind. Karthus goes down again, a little bit hyper-aggressive, maybe frustration building up. Kha'Zix on his way. Is he going to manage to do anything? Talia's going to do what she can damage-wise as well. Riven in a bush. Leona ultimate. Gets the Leona. Kennen ease out of the Ziggs ulti. Riven just press the R. Press the R. Never mind. Urgot will survive. Talia. Oh my God. What a wall. That was fantastic. Makes the Urgot flash. And now they should just look to base. So maybe now the Kennen should look for Zhonya's because he's burnt the stopwatch. That's kind of the theory that I was having. I was like, oh, maybe he'd get stopwatch if he had previously burnt it. Now he has maybe Zhonya's is needed. Gold-wise, he's got 700. Why is he farming here? Well, obviously, farm is always good, but I imagine he's trying to get to the affordable point of Zhonya's, which, I don't know if he can afford, because the last component he's looking for is a Seeker's, which is 1,000 or 1,100 gold. So for him to upgrade it to a Zhonya's, I think would be like 1,300, roughly, and he has 800, so he doesn't have enough. There is also another dragon coming up, so you can see the timer down here is 16 seconds till Infernal Dragon. Some people have asked, how do I get those? Is it a mod or an add-on? No. In the bottom left where there's the eyeball that is called Interface Visibility, it's in this list. It's at the bottom called Objective Timers, so that's how you turn that on. And you have to turn it on every single time you open a replay file. So Kennen now level 16. That obviously is also what Kennen was going to be looking for. Kennen arguably, legendary Talia. Kennen arguably is what you would deem a ultimate champion. That they're very reliant on the ultimate. It's a big part of what Kennen is that big electric ulti. Meanwhile, Karthus top lane, he's going to die. Kennen's going to ult any second. Boom. And one-shots the Karthus, basically. But yeah, for example, level 16 Kennen ultimate does a lot more damage than level 15. Like, it's an extra rank in a ulti. That's important. And that's what Kennen obviously was really looking for. Infernal Dragon is still up. Neither team is going for it. Like, red team is not prioritizing it right now because there's 2 dead. Right now, they know the enemy team can't go get it. Their jungler's dead. We may as well push, try to gain some traction in the game. You know, get a tier 2 in mid, or try to get the tier 2 bot lane. And once we've done all this, okay, now we can go do the dragon. So again, sometimes you don't have to rush to the objective when you've got control of the game. You could argue when you have 2 dead, it's 100% guaranteeing you the objective, which is true, but you're not gaining as much gold overall. That's the thing. All right, so Kennen doing pushy push. Going to go back now. It's going to be interesting to me. Does Kennen buy a Zhonya's, or does he buy is it the cosmic item that's for movement speed? Let's see. Oh, not basing. Has decided to not base. Level 17 now, by the way. 230 farm. Highest farm in the game, basically tied with the Riven. Karthus once again, man. Not again. There's the dragon, and any second, Karthus. Kennen doesn't have ulti, but there you go. Without ulti, gets the free QEW with the auto attack, and yeah, you get one shot anyway. So it does show, yes, Kennen is an ultimate champion, but a fed Kennen is still going to one-shot a squishy champion. And Karthus, let's be honest, is squishy. That's the negative of Karthus, I would say. Like, would Karthus fit the meta? I mean, technically, we've said a few times that late-game champions are stronger than ever because they get to late-game quicker. So in that respect, yeah, Karthus could work in the meta. But on the flip side, he's going to get one-shot a lot. Meanwhile, you're trying to dive a Kennen that's got ulti up. So where the miscommunication there could have been is, oh, he's killed Karthus. He must have used ulti. Kennen didn't use ult on the Karthus. He didn't have it up. He only just got it up now. And the Kazakhs is like, oh, Jesus Christ. So there is the Zhonya's. So he has gone Zhonya's, and he's now bought another large rod. He has teleported bot lane, by the way, for some split push Kennen action. But yeah, Death Cap is the next item. So very, very much a high AP build. There's the surrender vote, by the way, for the enemy team, and that is the game. So even though you might be like, oh, Talia 14-1, didn't she play better? She played good, obviously. But it is worth knowing who had the highest damage in this game. Kennen did. Kennen did the most damage in this game. So, really impressive. Again, for me, in my head, like, let me just very quickly look up. I normally don't do this, but I'm now kind of interested. What is the win rate between Kennen and Urgot? Because in my head, I don't imagine Kennen is a counter to Urgot. I'd imagine it's probably about 50%. So Kennen's, I would say, overall win rate right now, for those that care, is 50.4%. And his win rate against Urgot in Platinum and above, so like the typical where everybody judges the game, or Platinum 2 and above, is 49%. Kennen has a negative win rate to Urgot. So this guy just played it really well. And it's very defensive. It's pressing E and just running away. And you might be like, oh, that's a bit wimpy. Yes, that's how you have to play Kennen. He can't all in really early on. He all ins later. And that's what we saw. But that's going to be it. If you guys enjoyed, please do throw a like on the video, comment down below. Let me know what champs you potentially want to see in Challenge Spectate. I know some people in the last one said, yo, where's the Champions Climb? Where's the Xerath episode? I'll probably pick that back up soon. The reason why there was a delay, the next episode would have been the Diamond episode, and I said in the Xerath series, I wanted to do my own Xerath replay in the Champions Climb. Why that never happened is I'm not playing Xerath right now. I'm not playing mid, so that's why it's kind of been delayed. So I might skip doing myself in the Zereth climb episode, and we might just skip to a challenge of Zereth and just finish out the Zereth episodes the next time. But yeah, that's going to be it. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.